Welcome, family and friends, to the Rosemont High School 2020 graduation ceremony.
Ողջույն սիրելի բարեկամներ, հարգելի ընկերներ, բարի գալուս մասնակցելու Rosemont ավագ դպրոցի 2020 թվականի ավարտական արարողությանը.
Шановні рідні та друзі, ласкаво просимо вас на церемонію випускних навчальних закладів в Rosemont High School 2020 року.
สบายดีพ่อแม่พี่น้องที่โมโฮมพาไปประกาศปี2020
Bienvenidos familias y amistades a la ceremonia de graduación 2020 de la preparatoria Rosemont.
السلام عليكم، مرحبا بكم الخريجين والأهل للتخريج من روزمونت هاي سكول سنة 2020.
我从小到在多伦多读就 opening 個 Rosemont High School 嘅近得 Kisha.
Kính chào các vị phụ huynh và các bạn đã tới tham dự lễ ra trường của Rosemont High School năm 2020.
Please welcome Alvina Godinez, who will be singing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does the star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome, families, friends, and graduating seniors to the Rosemont High School 2020 graduation ceremony. I'm Elizabeth Vigil, the principal at Rosemont. I'd like to thank Ms. Siegert and everyone else who helped to plan this event. I'd also like to thank the entire Rosemont staff and each of our families for everything they've done. Our seniors are here today because of their support. Who could have ever imagined that we would be here celebrating the achievements of this amazing group in a virtual space without the opportunity to share in the traditional rituals of a high school graduation ceremony? COVID-19 changed the world and all of us along with it. Now, in the wake of the George Floyd killing, our students and their families are experiencing pain, anger, and frustration. This is a tragedy for every one of us. Facing a new reality and deciding where we go from here are seemingly insurmountable tasks. We've never needed one another more, and we've never had less opportunity to come together in the same place. Seniors, I am heartbroken along with all of you that your last months of high school were so impacted by all of this chaos and tragedy. But I want you to consider that your story should not be about the way your senior year came to an end. What is beyond your control will become a part of you, but it cannot define you. Nothing can overshadow the fact that you accomplished great things here at Rosemont. You excelled in academics and sports and music and art. You developed into mature, responsible, caring individuals, and you gave back to your community in so many remarkable ways. You impressed us with your strength and your resilience in the face of enormous challenges. That's your story, and that's how we'll remember you. You will always be Wolverines, you will always be the class of 2020, and you will always hold a very special place in our hearts. You deserve nothing but the best, so go out and get it. Congratulations, class of 2020. Please join me in welcoming Superintendent Jorge Aguilar.
Hello, I'm Jorge Aguilar, Superintendent of Sac City Unified School District. Congratulations to the class of 2020. Congratulations to the family, friends, guardians, and community members for your support of these graduates, for your sacrifices and all you've done to get us to this moment, even if this is different than what you thought it would be. I know this is probably not what you imagined when you looked forward to your high school graduation. But no matter what you do today, it doesn't minimize or take away from all that you've accomplished thus far and what you will accomplish going forward. And for families, we know this is different for you too, but we know the change in circumstance won't take away that feeling of pride you have for your student. Class of 2020, I hope today is the first of many similar celebrations and memorable transitions for you in your education, career, and personal life. This graduation ceremony is a marker and a great achievement, but it is not a definition. What you've done to get here and what you'll do moving forward is what really matters. This probably won't be the first time you need to adjust something that you didn't expect. It's our ability to take the unexpected and make it work. That is the real testament to who we are. It's the grit, the tenacity. In Spanish, we call it the ganas that helps you get through these things. It's our willingness to shift and pivot when it matters the most. Your life will never be a straight line. Of course, I don't have to tell you this because you're here today. I'm sure your journey here was full of bumps and curves and all kinds of surprises, both good and bad. Your curriculum here at Sac City Unified focused on academic, social, and emotional learning. We know that in order to succeed, your needs must be met beyond grades and academics. We know that for many, this journey is harder. And it is for this reason that we all, as we've learned from our time here at Sac City Unified, must give grace and compassion and acknowledgement that the road is different for everyone. Sometimes we must even give grace and compassion to ourselves. Leave here today with a confidence to set high expectations for yourself, but do not let failures deter you from working toward your goals. In fact, failure is not the falling down, but the staying down. We're experiencing this crisis collectively, but it impacts all of us differently, the same as most things in life. Our acknowledgement of that allows us to tackle crises more effectively, to see things more clearly, and to challenge injustices and inequities. This will not be easy. It takes courage, it takes resolve, emotional intelligence, and empathy. While the crisis we're experiencing today might be memorable, I hope the memory of it will pale in comparison to your achievement here today. You have so much to look forward to, well beyond the challenges that we're facing in this moment. But I do hope that you will take something from it. Success is not only about achievement, it's supporting one another. It's about being able to look around the world knowing that we really are in this together. We've seen this more than ever in the last few months. We've seen songs on balconies, gratitude for our first responders, virtual support and outreach to those who need it, creative responses to serve our community's needs, whether it's providing food to our families, internet and computers to those without access, or check-ins to those who need a friend. When we are there for each other, it matters. And when we fail to support one another, it matters too. We can't pretend that we haven't seen the consequence of inaction as well. You've seen both in real time and what it means on the ground. My hope for you, class of 2020, is that you will take this knowledge that for many takes a lifetime to acquire, and apply it going forward no matter what you choose to do with your future. It's what we do for each other that makes the biggest difference. If you can view the world through the lens of another, you will go far, because each one of you matters. Each one of you will make a difference, and it is your choice what kind of difference that is. Class of 2020, we are proud of you. Congratulations on this momentous accomplishment. I am honored to celebrate this special moment with you.
I'd now like to welcome Board Trustee Area 3, Christina Pritchett.
Hello, graduates of 2020. I am your school board trustee, Christina Pritchett. Thank you for allowing me the pleasure of joining you on this day. On behalf of the Sacramento City Unified School District Board of Education, we congratulate you on your accomplishments. Today is all about you, graduates. I know that this is not the way that we wanted to celebrate, but we should celebrate. You have all come so far, from the first day that you started kindergarten, to that scary yet satisfying feeling of starting middle school, to the fear of stepping onto the high school campus the first day as a freshman. Once you all became a pro, school was finished, and now you're all moving on to adulthood. I have to say that I know firsthand the sadness of not being able to cross the stage this year. My graduation was canceled too. Though I had moments of sadness and anger, I kept thinking about all of you. I know that you have all missed out on so much this year. In my life, I have always tried to find the silver lining in every situation. I feel that the glimmer of hope is to think of the strength that you have all endured to finish your senior year while being quarantined. Wow! Think of the story that you will have for your own children and grandchildren later in life. Our country has not endured anything like this pandemic since the Spanish flu. You will need to read a history book to learn more about that. But now we have social media, and it is no longer just in the books. And your experience will forever live on the World Wide Web. You're going to be the generation that will forever change the way that our future generations learn. You are making history, and you should be proud. As we take these next steps into the unknown, find what inspires you and give it all you got. I have faith that all of you are going to make an impact on this world. Forrest Gump once said, "Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get." Today is the day when your childhood ends and a new chapter in your life begins. Today is the start of your new chapter in your book of life. As you begin your journeys, never forget where you came from, your roots, and take this world on like you never have before. I want you to know that each of you are my inspiration, and I cannot express how proud I am of all of you. I wish that we could all be together to celebrate this special day. I know that you will never forget this experience. Let's make something positive out of it. I will never forget you. Congratulations to the class of 2020.
Board Member Pritchett, I am pleased to present the members of the class of 2020 of Rosemont High School who have met all the requirements for graduation set forth by the state of California and the Sacramento City Unified School District.
On behalf of the Sacramento City Unified School District's Board of Education, I congratulate these graduates as having met all the requirements, and they are hereby granted their high school diploma.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first graduate of the class of 2020, valedictorian Alize De Leon.
Emily Gogui.
Alessandra Yu.
Lexi Bryan.
Carissa Tran.
Zachary Balbin Vicente.
Rachel Linnell Parker.
Alec Cyrus Afshar.
Leo Edward Cook.
Gage Jacobs.
Roberto Evan Delgado.
Vincent Amaya.
Christian D. Orr.
Edgar Vences.
Alexander Ryan Edmonston.
Isaiah Gutierrez.
Alexander Warren.
Aurora Angel Pearson Bobbitt.
Giselle Alejandres.
Simran Anjali Singh.
Ariana Marie Taylor.
Ethan Scott Alfaro Portero.
Connor Lake Allred.
Caitlin Struck.
Nadia Almora.
Xantavius Evans.
Trinity Faith Vallejos.
Dan Rodwill Manicap.
Narcissa David.
Mariana Gomez.
Roberto Perez.
Glenn Castro.
Juan Angel Nolasco.
Daniel Lee Phillips.
Joshua Alsup.
Stephen Ray Alvarado.
Avery Connor Anderson.
Nathaniel Jason Jones.
Nicholas Enriquez Lopez.
Cody Cook.
Amelia Adea Calhoun.
Ryan Newell.
Carissa Renee Taylor.
Logan James Angeles.
Nico Blackwell.
Alistair Michaha Arriaga.
Lilith Avatisian.
Emma Lee Freeman.
Purity Mina.
Catherine Polyakova.
Jonathan Paul Awad.
Sierra Oluyeme Ayudele.
Danielle Elizabeth Garner.
Danik Baczynski.
Mark Belev.
Nima Lynn Bremby.
Caleb Bremby.
Leon Bryan.
Nathan Lamb.
Zach McDevitt.
Lily Bradley.
Juan Carlos Bravo Ramos.
Cesar Torres.
Kiera Burton.
Ella Agtagwam.
Shams Al Kargwili.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our first group of graduates. Before we resume the next group, we'll be presenting our senior awards.
Our Senior Awards Night is always a time to celebrate the academic, athletic, musical, creative, and civic achievements of our seniors, and although we were unable to award the class of 2020 in the way we would have loved to do, we still want to recognize their amazing achievements. The class of 2020 will always be fondly remembered, not because they, and all seniors around the globe, have become known as the quarantine class, but because they've excelled in the classrooms and on the field, around the community, and on our campus. They are our 9/11 baby boom class, and they came into the world during a time of uncertainty and change, just as they're graduating during one. But if ever there were a class up to that challenge, it is undoubtedly the class of 2020. Today at senior pickup, many students received certificates, sashes, and cords, and in this portion of tonight's ceremony, we'll highlight those accomplishments. Although some students knew exactly what they would be receiving today, for others, it was a surprise, which is always part of the fun of senior awards. So without further ado, let us start with the first awards of the evening, which go to our superior scholars who have received a cumulative GPA of 3.7 to 3.99. These 36 students received a silver cord to wear tonight to symbolize their achievement. Next up, we have our distinguished scholars. This group of 16 students, which includes our salutatorian and valedictorian, all earned a cumulative GPA of 4.0 and above and received a gold cord. Our second to last distinguished scholar is our salutatorian, who also received a double silver cord and a medal. Attending UC Berkeley in the fall, the salutatorian of the class of 2020 is Lisa Wynn. And our final distinguished scholar is our valedictorian, who received a double gold cord as well as a medal. The valedictorian of the class of 2020 is Alice De Leon. The next awards are for California Scholarship Federation, for which these 8 students received gold stoles to denote their work ethic and commitment to excellence. This year, these 6 students will be wearing red and white cords to represent their achievement in National Japanese Honor Society. And we also have 6 other students wearing a red, white, and blue tassel for earning French honors. Next, the California State Seal of Biliteracy Award recognizes high school graduates who have attained a high level of proficiency in speaking, reading, and writing 2 or more languages. We are recognizing 28 Rosemont students tonight who received this special seal in French, Japanese, Russian, Tagalog, Armenian, and Spanish. For our Academy recognition, there are 4 students who received an orange cord for their commitment to ECD, 10 students who received green cords for their commitment to culinary, and 34 students who received purple cords for lead. For their commitment to student leadership, 9 students will be wearing white cords. 12 students were awarded pink cords for excellence in music. And this year, for the first time, we awarded sky blue cords to the 42 seniors who presented their senior project, some of whom still chose to present even after the requirement was waived. For the next portion of the awards, departments and academies selected students for outstanding achievement, improvement, inspiration, or a mixture. For ASB student leadership, Mr. Gosney is awarding Elizabeth Leach, Ziola Solemn, and Layla Vieta Garcia. For yearbook, Mrs. Braun is recognizing Nyla Glover and Adriana Martinez. For the Culinary Academy, the Outstanding Senior Award goes to Jonathan Salisbury. For the ECD Academy, Outstanding Senior Award, Alistair Arriaga. For the Social Science Department, the 2 recipients this year are Vincent Amaya and Alex Edmonston. For the Science Department, the single recipient this year is Lauren Growie. And the single recipient for the Math Department, John Lee. World Language Department has also selected 2 recipients, Alize De Leon and Logan Germscheid. The English Department also recognizing 2, Nasia Pringle and Kayla Harris. For Fine Arts, Mr. Beckett would like to recognize Jonathan Awad. For Performing Arts Drama, Mrs. Antrim is recognizing Jacob DeHart. Performing Arts Music, the John Philip Sousa Award, Mr. Neff is recognizing Muhammad Haran and Christian Orr. For National School Orchestra, Mr. Neff is recognizing Lilith Avatisian and Gabriel Gonzalez. And the Principals Award. The coveted award goes to a student every year, and this year, for his determination, resourcefulness, and incredible overall achievement, Mrs. Vigil has selected Giovanni Martinez. And for the last portion of our awards tonight, we would like to recognize our scholarship recipients. For the Richard Pan graduate event, Rosemont recognized as Most Outstanding Alize de Leon, Most Improved Danielle Garner, and Most Inspirational Elizabeth Leach. For the CalSoap Capital Area Promise Scholars, both Arcelia Leva and Jamarcus Oliver were awarded scholarships. Rosemont Community Association awarded Jonathan Awad, Logan Germscheid, and Roberto Evan Delgado. And the final scholarship of the evening is the one that means the most to our campus. Rob Jones was the first principal of Rosemont High School, and he was instrumental in the planning and development of our school. After he passed away in 2014, the Rob Jones Memorial Scholarship was established in 2015 as a one-year scholarship for a senior at Rosemont High School who exhibits the qualities that Mr. Jones valued not only for his own children, but also for all students at Rosemont. And this year's recipient is the epitome of what this scholarship represents. This year, the Rob Jones Memorial Scholarship has been awarded to Elizabeth Leach. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is our next group of graduates. Shay Apollonia Zlatnich.
Leilani Baldo Odbert.
Sarah Gahunia.
Brianna Alexia Madera.
Lizette Teresa Escobedo.
Angela Cantoral.
Erica Sanchez.
Sebastian Santiago Zarate.
J. B. Vang.
Fortunatus C. Nuogu.
Eugene Yudakov.
Alina Chernenko.
Lance Bonsavang.
Tomas Guerrero.
Malik Peterson.
Jordan Kristen Neely.
Adriana Diaz Martinez.
Kayla Deshay Harris.
Ashley Kaylani Watkins.
Jenna Rebecca Velasco.
Eduardo Valenzuela.
Manvir Upal.
Yuri Tukayev.
Sergio Torres.
Kinsu Zong.
Seohun Alex Lee.
Dominic Caron Williams.
Devin Taylor.
Malachi Tejan.
Gregory Allen Svinarenko.
Chinquan Kent Sun.
Noam Smirnov.
Tessa Van Vliet.
Melissa Rivas Hernandez.
Susan Michelle Vega Garcia.
Nasia Lael Pringle.
Maya Peters.
Heidi Vega.
D'Artagnan Anthony Jenkins.
Miranda Lalia McHenry.
Pilar Giselle Ramos.
Malachi Ian Gilmore.
Nyla Glover.
Alvina Godinez Lopez Aguilar.
Megan Yvonne Ladeza Michelson.
Samuel Mischuk.
Austin Blair Mullen.
Morgan Nicole Murphy.
Blue Olalaye.
Lucy Cassandra Ojeda Mora.
Dorian Johnson.
Riley Johnson.
Zachary Phoenix King.
Jamarcus Oliver.
Sean Andrew Patterson.
Romel Julius Marlang.
Shelby Ann Monroe.
Gabriel Christian Gill.
Levi Martin Lawson.
Ayush Rao.
Erica Leanne Williams.
Kenise Banks. That concludes our second group of graduates, and it is my pleasure to introduce with an open speech Elizabeth Leach and Ziola Solom.
Hey Wolverines, my name is Ziola Solom.
And my name's Lizzie Leach. We are so happy to be in front of you guys one last time as high school students.
Lizzie and I have been in ASB the past 4 years, making some of your best memories happen.
Like our first homecoming. We will never forget when we danced on the mini light-up stages with the upperclassmen we looked up to.
Some of us can even remember our first football game, where we saw Mr. Nepp's painted toilet seat and we heard the band's rendition of Tell Me When to Go by E40.
This was also the year that we discovered a bunch of new passions at Rosemont, whether it be sports or clubs or an academy of your choosing. Rosemont finally gave us an outlet to express ourselves, and we finally became real teenagers.
But let's be honest, our 9th grade year can really be remembered by the mannequin challenge and the crazy clowns that were terrorizing the streets for like a month.
I don't think I will ever forget those clowns, but it is really easy to forget our 10th grade year. We were really trying to find our place, and we were struggling to do it.
That was also the year that many of us befriended upperclassmen that ended up leaving, and it was harder curriculum than we've ever faced before.
But there was a few fun memories, though. Let's never forget when Evan and Miss Allaire dressed up in the winter rally as Santa Claus and the Christmas tree. They created a new tradition at Rosemont with that.
Wrestling and tennis also excelled that year. Sophomore Nico Blackwell excelled in wrestling.
We also all turned 16 that year. Some of us began driving, and it was a whole new level of independence for us that was never seen before. We also lost a part of our childhood that year, Toys R Us. They really went bankrupt and broke my heart.
And of course, we can't forget that Mr. Jones that was the year that he left us. But don't worry, he'll always be a Wolverine. But nothing can compare to the stress of junior year.
The year that counts the most. That's what everybody told us. Not just for after high school and post-grad achievements, but for our memories too.
We were smoked out by the NorCal fires, and we had so much homework to do basically every night.
But we were finally upperclassmen. We were so close to finishing high school, and we were finally being taken seriously.
We also had our first prom night, where we danced the night away in the most beautiful dresses and suits, had tons of fun dancing and falling confetti, and we can't forget about Lizzie's dance with Carrie Zhang.
That was truly an unforgettable moment for me. That leads us to senior year. It ended way too soon, but that doesn't diminish everything we've done this year. Senior Sunrise was a once-in-a-lifetime experience for us, and we will always remember how we felt cuddled up in blankets eating donuts with each other.
We also won our first homecoming, despite the fact that our float was literally falling apart as we drove down the street.
Our football team made it all the way to playoffs for the first time in years. Zion Gideon and Kyle Masterson's teamwork this year allowed us to score touchdown after touchdown. We cheered the team all the way to playoffs and truly had the best senior season that we could have.
We did make the most out of these 4 years, seniors. And while we're in quarantine, that doesn't change the fact that we should still stay connected and reach out. Just because we're leaving soon doesn't mean we can't make some good memories still.
The class of 2020 will never be forgotten.
We did it, seniors.
Ladies and gentlemen, the third group in our class of 2020. Alexandru Baltat.
Jordan Tyler Boyer.
Jared Lockett.
Igor Shipkalenko.
Gor Sargussian.
Michael Silver.
Gabriel Garcia.
Destiny Cheyenne Ipina.
Arcelia Cristal Leva.
Muhammad Haran.
Nina Simone Holcomb.
Lauren Growy.
Pablo Osmar Guerrero Diaz.
And Vera Moran.
Maricela Garcia.
Alexis Rihanna Gibbs.
Zion Gedeon.
Samaya Gale.
Logan Robert Germscheid.
Hassan Conte.
Jason Montel Collins.
Kristen Lynn Cosciante.
Connor Ray Clune.
Julian Caesar Castor Chacon.
Carlo Miguel Pollux Chacon.
Morgan Patrick Christian.
Ethan Quinn Contreras.
Jacob Allen DeHart.
Corianne Marie Martinez.
Corey Tazi.
Amaya Fisher.
Jaden Umani Fletcher.
Elizabeth Leach.
Ziola Solom.
Amaya Loretha Levels.
Clinton Michael Jones.
Anthony Thomas Galley.
Angelo Sheen.
Denise Garcia Aruahu.
And the salutatorian of the class of 2020, Lisa Wynn.
Layla Gabriela Vieta Garcia.
Christy Pham.
Jacqueline Hernandez.
Eve Yang.
Isabella Sanchez Maldonado.
Nicholas Vega Fria.
Tyrell Allen Henderson.
Zoe Elizabeth Main.
Alexis Delgado.
Anthony Rivera Rios.
Jacqueline Gomez.
Chris Chavez Esperanza.
Gabriel Negrete.
Giovanni Martinez.
Francisco Cadena.
Kamara Lee Carey.
Rylan Joseph Carnahan.
Alasia King.
Serenity Onis Ruiz.
Zulema Delgado.
Thalia Padilla.
Wendy Villanueva.
Ariel Nicole Williamson.
And that concludes our third group of graduates. For our next speech, please welcome our valedictorian, Alize De Leon.
Good evening, Superintendent Aguilar, Board Member Pritchett, Rosemont administrators, faculty, families, and most importantly, the class of 2020. It's hard to believe that just a few years ago, we were kids, marveling at the thought of our high school lives ahead of us. Since then, we've grown and experienced so much, both as students and as citizens of society. And now we're on the verge of adulthood and saying goodbye to the world we've gotten to know for the past 4 years. Whether it's college, military, or a gap year, we're going out into the world and beginning a new era of our lives. As we all know, however, that new era is off to a very rough start, as this time has brought out major flaws from our society and has put the world in a state of uncertainty. But even in the darkness of the night, the stars still shine in the distance. There can be good in everything, and this situation has given us a chance to slow down from our normal systematic routines and think about what's really important. It's allowed us to spend more time with our families as well as realize the true importance of the people that we've been used to seeing every day. It's given us the time to contemplate on life, try new things, or just be lazy without feeling guilty. But most of all, it reminds us of our significance and our responsibility to the future of the world. There are issues and situations that are much, much greater than us. And as grocery store clerks continue to serve the public and doctors continue to risk their lives to combat the virus, they teach us that we need to be willing to take action and make sacrifices to solve these issues. Soon the world is going to be in our hands, and it will be our duty to defend the world and all its people from crisis and injustice. The task is not easy, but we need to be resilient. The reality is that we don't know what problems will arise or continue on in the coming years, but whatever trial that may come our way, we need to confront them with reason and compassion as a united society. Rather than fending for ourselves and placing blame on others, we have to cooperate with each other and confront the problem together. So to my fellow graduates, may you all flourish no matter what life throws at you. And I hope that you continue to work to improve the world we live in. I know in this instance we can't physically be together, but eventually there will come the day when we no longer have to look at each other through a computer screen. But for now, the best thing we can do is have patience and to pray for the sake of the world. And while our time in high school was cut short, the time we've had has been incredible, and we know this is not the end. Congratulations, class of 2020. You did it.
Ladies and gentlemen, our fourth and final group of graduates in the class of 2020. Idris Amiri.
Joseph Ramirez.
Joseph Doan.
Danny Vu.
Carrie Zhang.
Jenna Combs.
Emily May Tobin.
Lauren Elizabeth McCall.
Logan James Correa.
Jaquez Cosby.
Isaac Daniels.
Jehu Dawson.
Kobe Slayton.
Kyle Masterson.
Xavion Deshaun Leon.
David American.
Jace Justin Mollett.
Pascal Dow.
Abdullah Fekri.
Fazila Shirinzada.
Tyler Robert Schofelt.
Joey Vito Scromo.
Leani Santos.
Diego Antonio Sanhueza.
Alina Ramirez.
Thalia Paula Rangel Camarillo.
Raul Hernan Rios.
Emilio Romandia.
December Roberts.
Gavin Blake Roberts.
Tong Tan Nguyen.
Ian Nathaniel Picard.
Yelena Pileva.
Yahaira Pino Guerrero.
Alexis McKay.
Sean McKenna.
Gabriel Michael Gonzalez.
Kyle Medina.
Connor Mers.
Jillian Gonzalez Chaverin.
Daniel Gonzalez.
Unique Green.
Anna Gryaznov.
Israel Guerra Garcia.
Justice Hernandez.
Ryan Hilsinger.
Ayana Jackson.
Latia Patricia Ruth Ketchens.
Andrew Ethan Leon.
Mark Lichtar.
Scott Lee.
Timothy Lubejanin.
Angel Marcelo Madrid.
Jonathan Taylor Salisbury.
Cedrina Sanders.
Artak Kirakosian.
Liam Knight.
Amelia Kokanevich.
Damon Laws.
Sungho John Lee.
And the final graduate in the class of 2020, Jasmine Rosalinda Lopez.
Graduates, here is your amazing counselor, Mrs. Rita Esparza, with one final message.
Dear Class of 2020, it has been a privilege to work with you over the last 4 years. It has been such a joy to watch your growth as you went from children to young adults. You have walked through some difficult times. Many adults have not experienced the kind of loss and grief you've met along your journey, but you came together and demonstrated support and compassion for one another. I've been honored to be able to walk through the stories of your lives over the last 4 years. I've been changed by your tears, your laughter, and knowing you has made me a better person. I will miss walking around campus at lunchtime and talking with you, watching you sing and dance around the quad stage, knowing your lunch hangout, as well as all of the nagging, talking, and eating candy we've done. I have learned you are resilient, you will persevere, and you are adults ready to take on what lies ahead of you. I'm incredibly proud of you, and I will miss you more than you know. Work hard, dream big, stay kind. And remember, C.S. Lewis said, you can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending.
Congratulations, Class of 2020. At this time, I am pleased to introduce a special video from our staff.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road.
Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go.
So make the best of this test and don't ask why.
It's not a question but a lesson in time.
It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
So take the photographs and still frames in your mind.
Hang it on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos of memories and dead skin on trial.
For what it's worth, it was worth all the while.
It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Unpredictable, but in the end it's right.
I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right.
I hope you had the time of your life.
Seniors, it's now the moment you've been waiting for. Please rise and make sure that your tassel is hanging on the right side of your cap. It is my pleasure to introduce ASB President Lizzie Leach, Senior Class President Layla Vieta Garcia, and Senior Class Vice President Ziola Solom to lead you in the tassel turn. Seniors, you may now move your tassels from right to left. Congratulations, graduates of Rosemont High School. We are so proud of you and can't wait to see what the future holds for you. That concludes our graduation ceremony. Thank you for being a part of this special celebration.